In this video, I'll be sharing with you a tutorial on how to cut and sew this off-shoulder stylish dress with side gathers or side pleats. So if this is something you like, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you're having issues on drafting your corset pattern, you can join us on our 5 days corset class where I'll be teaching you how to draft 5 different types of corsets and also how to properly take measurements for your corsets. And also we have a Bustier class that is just going for 1,500 naira, and if you're a beginner, you're having issues on how to draft a Bustier and different types of Bustier pattern, we are also going to have a sewing class. To join the class, go ahead and send a message to our WhatsApp number. To start, I'll go ahead to cut out my pattern. So my pattern was actually short and I want to make this dress a lot longer so that I can comfortably wear it out. So I'm adding extra 4 inches to the original length of what I cut out. Now while cutting this out, I also added ½ inch round to this part. So I'll be using this part to join to the gathers of the dress. So if you haven't seen the drafting tutorial, you can go ahead to check our previous tutorial on the channel. So here's the bust side, and I'm going to go ahead to add ½ inch towards the armhole area and at the lower part and also at the upper part of this pattern. So for the sleeve extension, you can add it here or you can add it much later. So to avoid wasting too much fabric, I'm just going to cut out that part much later. So for this dress, I actually use 3 yards of Ankara to achieve this style. This is because I'm much on the smaller size, but if not, you can go ahead to at least get up to 3 yards of a fabric that is 60 in length, or when you're using Ankara, you can get like 4 yards. So when I'm cutting this, for the upper part of the dress, I'm still going to use my Ankara fabric to turn the inside part of my dress. I don't want to use lining on that part. So for this other part, I'll just add ½ inch all the way round apart from the zipper area because I've already added my zipper allowance, and I'm going to slit my zipper. So remember, at the first part of this dress, for the front length, I increased it by 4 inches. I'll go ahead and also add that, and also add ½ inch on this part, but I did not add by the side of the pattern. Now just the same way I'm cutting this, I'm equally going to cut the lining. So for the lining, I'm using a very thick cotton lining. If you're using a light lining, you're going to add an interface into it, but my lining is very thick. So what I'm going to do now is to place this and stitch with ½ inch, then go ahead to turn it to this side, stitch the side, and I will top stitch by this side that I'm going to add my gathers to. Now I'll just keep this aside, and then we are going to go ahead to also work on this other part. So I'll just explain how to do that so that I'll go over to the machine and do it at once. Now on this part, I'll unpin my pattern, and what I'll do is to open up my pattern and I'll be placing the lining on each part of the dress. So this is my back pattern. I'll bring out the lining of this dress and I'm going to go ahead to take the lining and place it on it. So after placing the lining on it, I'll stitch on the neckline at the zipper part, at the lower part, and also at the side. I'll repeat the same process for the other part of the dress. So now on this part, I'll go ahead to open it up. Now I'll also iron an interface on the part of this Ankara that I'm using for the lining, and for the part that I'm using as the main fabric, I'll cut out my light wadding on it, and that is what I'll be doing. So I'll just go ahead to do that right now. I'll use this pattern to cut out the wadding part of my pattern. Go ahead also to make sure that what I have at the upper part meets, and I'll go ahead to cut this out. So while cutting this side, I'm going to add ½ inch. That is my nipple to nipple divided by 2 plus ½ inch. If you're busty, you add 1 inch by this side. So I'll go ahead to add ½ inch on at the front part, and I'll be using the pattern. I'll go ahead to place and iron it. So in the next slide, you're going to see how I ironed this wadding to the dress. So this is what I actually have right now. I've ironed wadding on this part, but I didn't iron on the center. So I'll go ahead to do that, and I'll join it with ½ inch. So after I'm done joining, this is what my lining part looks like. I ironed a thick gum stay to it. You can also go ahead to iron an stay to your main fabric before ironing your wadding to it. So what I'll do now is I'll pin my front pattern together and I'll go ahead to stitch it. So after pinning my pattern, what I'm going to do now is to stitch with 1/2 inch here, then stitch at the neckline, leave at this part, then stitch at the armhole and the sides. So after I'm done stitching, I'll just cut out the excess I have on one part and I'll go ahead to notch this. So remember, like I said, if you want to add the extension of your sleeve, you can actually do it that time when you're cutting out the dress. But if you don't really have enough fabric, you might just use this my method and add the hand later, probably from the leftover fabrics that you have when you're cutting. So I'll just go ahead and turn this to the right side. Also remember to notch your pattern just the same way I did. So here's my pattern and this is what I have after I'm done sewing. So at this part, I'll trim out the excess, fold this into two. This is the part that is the center of the lower part. So notch the center, fold your pattern over, and you're going to notch this part also. Now what you're going to do is to go ahead to join this part, that notch part, place it meeting each other, and you're going to stitch up your pattern with 1/2 inch all the way. After stitching it, this is what I have, and next we are going to work on the gathers part or the back pattern. So I'll go ahead and I will notch this, then go ahead to cut out the excess and flip it to the right side, and I'll go ahead to iron out my pattern. So after this, I will bring this my pattern so that I will note where my hip line stop, and so that is where I'll go ahead to mark my zipper. That is where my zipper will stop. So I went ahead to attach my zipper and stitch up the lower part. Now I'm placing my pattern together because I want to go ahead to shape it out, and I will pin it, and make sure your sides are meeting. If they are not meeting, go ahead to trim off the excess that you have or recorrect the mistake that you have at that lower part. So I'll be shaping this with a bustier method. I'll first of all underline or mark my under bust, which is 12 inches. From that point, I'll go ahead to mark my bust point. So on the bust point, what you're going to do is measure what you have at the center from this part to the middle. So what I have is 7 inches. What I have is 7 inches and my bust is 33. 33 divided by 2 will give you 16.5. So from this 16.5 now, you're going to take out 7 inches. So if you take out 7 inches from this 16.5, what you have is 9.5. So fold your tape into 2, that 9.5, whatever you have, go ahead to mark it on both sides. So after this, at the under bust, measure what you have there also. So what I have is 5.5, and my under bust measurement is 28 inches divided by 2 is 14. So I'll take out 5.5 from 14 inches, which will equally give me 9.5. So I'll share that 9.5 on both sides. So you can go ahead to just remeasure what you have, to make sure that you are using the actual measurement. So now on the waistline, what I will do is my waist is 28 divided by 2, I have 14. So after measuring, I will divide what I have left on my waist into 2 and I will mark. So I will go ahead and shape this out. After shaping this out, this is the fabric I cut out. So I went ahead to measure what I have here and added about 15 to 20 inches, and after I was done sewing it, I attached it to the sleeve of the dress. Now this is the remaining part of my fabric. So if you fold it, I folded it into 2 to get the midpoint. So what I have here in total is just 45 inches of length. So I marked the midpoint of it. So after that, I started marking 4 inches at the lower part. So remember, I added additional 4 inches to the length of my dress because I wanted my dress to be a bit long so that I can actually wear it out. So after marking this, I went ahead to connect the line. So I'll be placing my pattern from there. But if you're not increasing the length of your dress, all you need to do is just to add extra half or 1 inch for the allowance. So now here is the side pattern of the dress. So here is that part that I labeled backside C1. So when we were cutting it, we labeled it. So this is the reason why I labeled it. So after measuring what I have here, I'm going to divide it into 3 equal parts. So this pattern now will be the part that you labeled B side 2. That is the back side pattern number 2, right? Next pattern I'm introducing is the one I marked B center 2. That is, this is the side the part going towards the side. And if you notice, this part that I'm cutting out for the back, I'm flipping it the other way around. So this is what you do for the back pattern. This is so that the hip of the side and the hip of the front will meet, and the part that is supposed to be the center will now be at the end. So when you join it on your dress, the center will be meeting the center of both sides, and the sides will now be at the side of your joining on your dress. So what I also placed here is the side hip of the dress, and divide what I have remaining on this pattern into 3. After cutting out, I'll go ahead and place this on the side and I will pin it. So after pinning it, I'll also go ahead to take this pattern, that is the front center to side 2, and then I'll pin it down. So you have to pin your pattern accordingly, the same way you labeled it. And after this, I'll just go ahead to cut it out. I also added 1/2 inch when I was cutting it out. So after that, you notch the center of this dress, and I also went ahead to fold the lower part. So now you take the center of the front and pin it this way, or if you don't want to pin, just go over to the machine and stitch on the side first. So I like stitching on the side first so that I will know what is remaining on my pattern and also how to join it up. So I'm just going to go ahead to pin this out first, and then I'll go in a little on the curved area. So this way it will help your pattern relax when you join it. But if the gather starts immediately before the curved area, your pleating or your gathers might not sit very well. So I'll also pin the back pattern, and I'll go ahead to stitch this with 1/2 inch, and I'll be repeating this for both sides of the pattern. So after I was done joining, this is what I have. So you can go ahead and run a gather stitch and top stitch, but most times I prefer pleating mine so that I'll arrange the pleats very well and know exactly what I want, or the design, the gathers effect I will have there. So I will just go ahead and start pleating mine little by little, and I will go ahead to use my pin to pin it down. So remember the notched area, you're going to take that notched area and you're going to place it on the joining of your dress at the center this way. Pick the center of the part that you're supposed to gather and place it on the side of your dress, the actual part that you have shaped. So you now go ahead and you start pinning your dress. Or if you have you want to run a gather stitch on it, but make sure that the midpoint of this fabric that you want to use and make gathers will be on the joining part at the side of the dress. So I'll just go ahead and continue pinning this. So remember, whatever I do to this part, I'm also doing it to the other part of my pattern, right? And at this point, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and also leave your comments at the comment section. So after pleating this side, this is what I have. I'll repeat this same process at the other side of my dress. I'll go ahead to pleat it. Just like I said, this pleating is not compulsory. Just go ahead and do what works for you, right? I prefer pleating my own so that I'll know how the outcome of my dress will be before going ahead to stitch it on the sewing machine. So I'll just continue pinning this, and after I'm done pinning, I'm going to also repeat the same process at the other side of my dress. The only difference between this pleating method and using your gather stitch is that this might take a lot of time. So after pleating it, I'll head over to the sewing machine and I'll go ahead to stitch it out. So after I was done sewing, this is the final look of this dress. If you find this tutorial very interesting and educative, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, leave your comment at the comment section, and also join us in our next video. Thanks.